What's up, everybody? Here we got a beast throw from the great, and I would argue probably the uh, second or third greatest discus thrower, at least of the modern era. If you look at, Alekna and Harding, Kanter's right there. Actually, maybe Kanter is better than Harding. Coached by the great Veston, who's coached him, Daniel Stahl, Seaman Peterson, and a whole plethora of other animals. So we got asked, a couple questions about what we think about Kanter's technique. And I think it's important to remember that a lot of the technical aspects that anyone does, they have to be repeatable. And I think that that's the underlying key here, is that Kanter was so consistent with his movement. So this is 2008 Olympics, where he won the Olympics. First Olympic title for Veston as a coach as well. So let's get into this beast throw. And I think what's cool too is that I think he was in third place when he was entering into the fourth round, but he was having a really good year. So they knew he could win. They knew he could take down Alekna. But yeah, let's look at it. Some of the key factors here. Well, let's watch it in full speed. Just gets right into it. I always love Kanter's scream. So if you notice, you can't really see here, but his right leg there is grounded, while this left is open just past that, sort of that 180. Left knee bent. And one thing that he's different comparatively is, like, so this is a point of pickup, is when that left gets past that 180, and the left knee is just outside of that left elbow. So he keeps that shoulder in line or inside of that left hip before pickup. Then as pickup happens, he gets that knee flexion here to start get that leg moving. And then right about here, okay, is the last point where that left arm is inside that left knee, and then he starts to open that left arm. And when he opens that left arm, if we go like right here is where he gets that long right leg, and he gets his right leg longer earlier. So if you think about Dakers, he gets his right leg longer later. But now is when his right leg gets long as that left arm gets past the left hip. Right here, he gets that dorsiflex right foot, okay? He cuts that in. And he grounds right here, slightly over-rotated. If you want to be nitpicky, it's like maybe he could go a little bit wider with that right and come grounded a little earlier. But again, he's juiced up. He's ready to win the Olympics, so who cares? It's repeating that good technique. When he grounds, right foot facing here, okay, so we could call that, you could call that, 3 o'clock? If this was 12 here, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, depends on how the angle of the circle. Discus is carried slightly above the shoulder. Left leg's passing that right. That's how quick he is. He's got that left arm here, sort of like chest height. And then as that left starts to rotate, shoulder gets slightly higher right here. Now you can see that discus is lined with like the top of his head. Okay, I think some of the key things that I like to look at is, I used to hate that high left foot. Okay, but now I've started to realize, like, there's some throwers that have a high left foot, there's some throwers that have a low left foot, and as long as this happens, where that left knee is wide, and that's the coolest part here with Kanter. If you watch his big 73-meter throw as well, that left knee is always wide from that right knee, which adds that rotational value that he doesn't get from having a high left foot. So if you have a lower left foot, you're almost guaranteed to have more rotation from that left side. But if you have a high left foot, it can tend to pinch into that right knee. But he has that high left foot with a wide left knee, and that creates a whole bunch of rotation. Now he's grounded here. Look at how deep he is with that discus. And then he squares up, bent right knee, okay, controlling with that left. He does lift early off of that left, And I believe at the time Veston was coaching that. I also, dude, he's getting after it. So he's going to be a little bit more aggressive. He rotates the right side. Bent right knee. That's key. Bent right knee. He's not extending. So anybody who says, use your legs, extend your knee, that's not how you use your legs. You use them by rotating that right knee. Right shoulder is nice and long. Gets out on it. One interesting point here is if you watch that reverse, he sort of like dumps off to the side here. You can sort of see that's where his right foot reverses to. But his left foot is more in line with just at that sector point, okay, that left sector, and then his right sort of transfers over past that left side because of that little bit of a jump off that left. But dude, this throw is he just corks the crap out of it, hits it hard. Again, there's Veston celebrating. You can see that front angle here. Right side rotates hard through. He's up off of that left a little early, but he's so consistent. And one thing I want to point out is, even though he's off that left, I always sort of felt if that right foot sort of just slides forward, you're still not overly jumpy. You're letting that energy transfer forward. And this is just one of the best throws in Olympic history for a discus thrower. Great energy, great competitor, one of the greatest of all time. That's why he's a champion. So if you want more information about throwing, if you want more analysis about the great throwers in the history of our sport, comment down below. Until next time, guys, peace.